Hi and welcome to your session. I'm super excited to introduce this beginner power yoga flow to you. I have curated a series of 8 flows, especially if you're a beginner or if you already have an existing fitness routine. After this session, you will feel left energized, light, and slightly challenged, which is why I'm here for you. Now leave your judgmental self out, roll out your mat, and let's move with love. Hi, and welcome to part 3 of your power yoga sequence for beginners. And today I am going to share with you my core sequence, and this is one of my favorite exercises. And I'm so happy for you to be here with me. I hope you've done part 1 and part 2, but if you haven't, it's completely okay. We will start with actually learning how to stabilize our core. Now, when I say stabilize your core, what do I mean, right? I feel like core is generally misjudged as just having your six packs or your 11 line abs, but it is not just that. Yes, your abs are a part of your core, but this is not just that, right? Our core has different parts, like everything that has to do with the midsection of your body is actually the core. And the use of the core is not just to show that you have those abs, it is also to really give you stability in everything you do, whether you're someone who's working, who's actually at home, who's working, or you're someone who's into fitness. You will require that core to give you that stability and balance. So that's about it. Let's roll out our mats if you haven't already and start. Today we will be starting with kind of a breath work where I'll teach you through this breath work how to really engage your core. I am going to sit in a Vajrasana, or this weird position that you're going to see me in. You can always be seated in a cross-legged position, a chair if you can't really sit down for now, anything of your choice. Getting comfortable in your seated position, I want you to roll your shoulders back and down and really relax your shoulders and your hands on your knees or your thighs. With an exhalation, you can close your eyes. And today we will focus on the belly button. So as your attention slowly tends to go to the belly button, I want you to take an inhalation in and push your belly out like a balloon outside. And just exhale and draw that navel in for now. Once again, inhale, push that belly button outside, expand it like a balloon, and as you exhale, draw that navel in. Feel free to keep one of your palm on your navel if that feels better for now. Inhale, push your belly button out like a balloon, and exhaling, draw that navel in. Now this time, inhale, push that belly button out, and as you exhale, draw the pelvic floor or the part under the navel towards the navel, so upward. This is called the pelvic floor. Draw it upward and exhale. Inhale as you push the belly button out. We do that once again. Exhaling, draw that pelvic floor or those muscles under the belly button towards your navel or upward. Inhaling and push. Now exhaling, just relax. We'll move towards the navel region, how to engage these core muscles. Inhale and again fill the stomach up with air. This time as you exhale, try to imagine you hugging the spine. So you can round the spine slightly and try to hug inwards, like as if you're hugging your spine. And exhaling, relax. Inhale, navel out. Now as you exhale, once again hug that spine. Imagine your lower spine getting hugged by your core muscles, and relax the muscles. We move towards the rib cage, your attention towards your rib cage. Inhale, push the belly button out again. And exhale and try to hug the rib cage in. So push downward almost and relax. It's okay if you're a little lost or anything. It will all come together slowly. We do the rib cage breathing once again. First, as you inhale, push that belly button out. And as you exhale, try to hug the rib cage in towards the lungs and keep exhaling, engaging those muscles and relax. We'll combine all the three. You can open your eyes or you can keep the eyes closed and just I'll guide you through this. Inhale, push the belly button out. As you exhale, pull the pelvic upward. Then you try to hug the navel inside and push the rib cage or hug that rib cage and feel that engagement. I'm sure you're already trying to feel something. You're really feeling that engagement and relax. Once again, inhale, push that belly button out. Exhale, draw that pelvic floor up. Hug your navel inwards and hug the rib cage and push a little downwards. So everything is kind of coming in towards the center, that is your core. And relax. Slowly blink open your eyes if you haven't already. I hope you felt some sort of engagement, something that you understood about what your core is, but basically it is that center of gravity that you're trying to push towards. So the pelvic floor is coming upward with your obliques or the sides, you're trying to push inside and the rib cage up. So really trying to get that energy into one center, and that is your core. It's completely okay if you're a little lost, but it will come with time, and I'm glad we did this practice. Now to start off, we will start off with our warm-up or our cat and cow. So you can come to all your fours on your mat with your palms right under your shoulders or your wrist right under your shoulders, keeping your knee hip distance apart, and try to keep the feet not inward or outward, in line with your knee. Now from here, you do your basic cat and cow. As you inhale, bulge that stomach out, look up and allow that belly to drop down. Now as you exhale, do the same thing that we practiced. Tuck the tailbone in, push the pelvic floor up, the rib cage in, and hug the navel. It's easier to feel it here with that movement, isn't it? Inhale and up. Really allow the belly to relax. Exhaling, tuck that tailbone in, engaging that core, and exhale. Inhaling up. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears, look up. Exhaling, tuck that tailbone in, pelvic floor draws in, and push your palms into the mat to engage your core. 2 more times, inhale and up. Exhaling down. Last one, inhaling up. And exhale and down. Slowly come back to the center, still in your cat and cow position or your all fours. I want you to tuck your toes in and slowly raise the knees off the mat, round the spine. Round the spine, lift the knees off the mat. Just 5% off. You're feeling it in the rib cage, right? Don't push it up too much. Get it down and hold. Not too high. It should feel like you're not doing anything. Your knees are just 2% off the mat maybe, but you know that engagement is happening there. Round that spine, press into the palms and hold it there. Last 2 and 1 and relax. Sit back down. You can just release the wrist. Did you feel the engagement that I was trying to teach you in the beginning? Yes, I'm very glad. Awesome. One last deep breath in and exhale before we move back into our practice. Your palms down. This time moving up into our practice, into Parvatasana. Push your hips upward. Now from here you might tend to shift only towards your palm. I want you to press into the palm and shift the weight backwards.
So your chest is kind of moving towards your thigh, and let's just walk out here. So alternate the legs up and down as you walk, releasing any tension in the hip before we move. Now in our first and second practice, I have already given options. You can keep continuing as I talk for your vinyasa, something that connects us from one asana to the other. Although if you have not done part 1 and part 2, it's okay. I will be guiding you through your vinyasa even in this as we practice. Now slowly stop and keep the feet slightly apart, hip distance apart if they aren't already. And inhale and shift to your plank position. So roll and shift the body weight towards your palm. If not too high like a plank or not too low, you're pushing away from gravity, feeling that engagement that we've learned. So pushing that pelvic floor up, hugging the rib cage and holding it there. If you're shivering through this, you know it's right. Now from here, I want you to touch your knees down and come up to your plank. Yes, push your body weight forward, touch your knees and up. We do that 4 more times. Down and up. Very good. I know you're feeling it in your core. Down and up. Last 2 times. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Moving through our vinyasa. Knee down. Lie down on the mat slightly. Just release yourself. Inhaling up to your bhujangasana. So you're pressing your palms into the mat, looking up, really engaging the buttocks or the glute muscles here. And as you exhale, meet me in your Parvatasana. So in our Power Yoga sequence, we keep adding one asana after the other. In each sequence, we will not do the first one so many times. We'll do it once and then add the other variation and do that more number of times. So inhale, come to your plank. Roll into your plank. Awesome. Exhale, knee down and up. Now from here, I want you to lift your toe and point it outward. Just up. You're not taking your leg up. You're not really touching the mat. You're just lifting it up, staying there. Awesome. Come back if you've dropped your knees. No problem. 2 and 1. There you go. Knee down. Vinyasa. You can either hover your chest this time off the mat if you feel you're there. If not, drop down completely. Press into your palms, lift up Bhujangasana. Exhaling into Parvatasana. We go to the left side for this one. So exhale here. Inhale, roll out to your plank. Knee down, touch it and up. Point your toes back, making sure you're not going downward or too upward. You're somewhere in the middle, hugging your core inside. Last 3, 2 and 1. Toe down, knee down. Vinyasa, relax down. Don't get lazy here. Come up, inhale. Exhaling, Parvatasana. Awesome. If you're a really fresh to Power Yoga in general, it might be a little difficult. So pause and come back. If not, I encourage you to actually do this practice in one go. You will see those benefits, right? Roll into your plank. Let's go to third sequence. Knee down and up. Right toe off and down. Left toe off and down. Last one, huh? Take your right foot outside, towards the right, outside the mat, and get it back in. That's it. Left toe outside, outside the mat, and get it back in. Drop your knee down and take your vinyasa. Superb. Inhaling Bhujangasana. Exhaling Parvatasana. I promise this is the last variation. I know this actually got over pretty fast, no? It was intense, but it's almost done, right? Before we move into the fourth sequence, I really want you to take a breath here. Fill that belly. Exhaling. Practice the engagement of the core here before we move. I don't want you to lose the posture in the asanas. This might get a little challenging. Inhale into your plank. Very good. Knee down and up. Right toe off, pointed back and down. Left toe pointed back and down. Right foot outside, control, slow movement and down. Left foot to the left of the mat and down. Now from here, walk into that bear position we did in the first. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Shift. So you have to be in your cat and cow with your hips right above your knees. Hips right above your knees. And hold it there. 3. You can make some adjustments. 2. I know it's hurting. And 1. Walk out to the plank. Drop the knees down. Roll down into your vinyasa as you exhale. Inhale and up. Exhaling into Parvatasana. Complete your Parvatasana before you take a break here. Come to your plank. You can already feel me deep breathe, right? I hope you're feeling the same. And just lie down on your mat. You did a great job. You can have one hand over the other and relax in Makarasana. Slow down your breath. Consciously take a deep breath in and exhale. Now from here, coming to a Sphinx posture. I'm not going to make you do anything that is going to trouble you anymore. You can stop cursing me. You can keep your hands, your elbows right under your shoulders, your toes pointing outward, and just stretch out that core. You might ask that, you know what, my hands are paining more than my core today. Why? Because this entire sequence was based on a high plank, so there might be slight pain more in your shoulders, but it will slowly tend to help when you start engaging and learning how to engage that core muscle. So with time you are going to get there. This is one of the practices that's not only going to help you strengthen the core or get your body or that summer body that you want. That is something that's a byproduct, let's say. But what you are going to get is a stronger core, a more strong sense of balance and stability throughout all your practices in your day or in your fitness practice if you're already practicing some other kind of fitness routine. In the Sphinx posture, I want you to just drop the head down and up, relaxing that neck. I know you've used your shoulder quite a bit here. You can drop it side to side, see where you're feeling good today. And if you're ready to actually get a good stretch for your lower back and your ab muscles, I want you to press the palms into the mat, lift the elbows up and really give yourself a good and long stretch here. I really feel that stretch, yeah, really allowing my arms also to relax, giving that abs a good stretch, the lower back a good stretch, and completely relax back down. Makarasana, exhale. Now from here you can come up softly into all your fours. We'll just do a puppy dog posture. Again, allowing to stretch that spine completely, relaxing your arms and your core muscles. Walk your hands forward. So notice I'm not shifting my hips back and forward. I'm only walking the hands. The hips will always stay above the knees. Drop the elbows down. Yeah, and from here walk your hands slightly more forward as you tend to get your underarms towards the mat, pushing your chest towards the mat, not dropping your head down, in fact trying to touch the chin towards the mat. There is no right or wrong posture in this. I know it's kind of a weird posture and a weird name as well. Making sure you're getting those hips above your knees and really stretching out your arms forward so you can feel that spine completely elongate. And belly breathing is something that's going to help you deepen the posture here. So inhale, bulge that stomach out, the same practice we did in the beginning. And exhaling, draw that navel in. Inhale. With that exhalation, trying to deepen your posture. Slowly come out of this posture. You can lie down on your mats here. We'll just do a Pavanamuktasana, so you can completely lie down and draw the knees towards the chest. I know this feels great, right? Especially if you're in the first phase of learning how to really engage your core or getting into your fitness practice. The lower back might tend to hurt when you do your core practices. So in your Pavanamuktasana, you can always rock side to side like I am, giving your lower back a massage. Dropping your feet down. Keep the knees bent. You can keep the feet hip distance apart. Hands by the side of your hips. My fingertips are almost touching my heels here as I slowly draw the hips up. I don't push too much. I'm only trying to get the knees, the hips and my shoulder in a straight line. You can adjust your shoulder as much as you want and really stretch out the back. Breathe into this posture and really relax back down. Awesome. Keep the feet apart, arms apart. For your favorite part of our practice for today, your Savasana. If you feel like, oh my God, I have really engaged that core and I need to show it some love, you can have your hands on your navel, or you can also have them by the side of your body and really relax and allow me to guide you through your Shavasana for today. We're going to start from your toes. As you allow your toes to really relax, mentally giving you or yourself the permission to relax your toes, the soles of the feet, the ankle, your knees, your calf muscles and shin bone in between, your thighs and your hips, your glutes and your lower back that has taken a lot of pressure today, all your abdominal muscles, mentally giving them a hug for giving you that support, your chest and your lungs to just relax, giving yourself that permission to allow your shoulders to release any tension, any heaviness, allowing both your hands to just release and all your fingers to curl naturally. Your neck is relaxed and all your facial muscles, including your eyebrows, your eyelids, your nose, your upper lip, your tongue in between, your lower lip and your jaw. Release any tightness in your jaw if you've held it and relax. I want you to take 2 minutes here in complete silence, giving yourself time to just allow thoughts to flow. This might be difficult or might be a blessing in disguise, but trust me, this is nothing less than removing trash from a trash can
and really emptying out your mind for new, fresh thoughts to enter in. So take 2 minutes of silence here until I guide you out of the practice again. Slowly bring your attention back towards your body. Notice if there is any noise around you, any light that is shining through your eyes. Start to move your toes and your fingers softly, dropping the head from side to side. Bring your feet together, interlace your hands above your head, and really stretch out, pointing your toes, stretching your arms, and feeling that midsection really stretch out. Bending both your knees, turn towards either side and form a pillow of the hand that you're turning towards. Stay here for a few seconds. Pressing the other palm in front of the chest, allowing you to sit up on your mat with your eyes closed. Just a small gratitude practice before we end today's session. Seated in a posture that you are comfortable in with your hands in a namaskara mudra and your head bowed down slightly. Thinking of one instance or situation in your life that has really challenged you. It could be something that has happened recently, something in the near past, or maybe really long ago. Something that actually might irritate you if you think about it, or has challenged you for that matter, or it could also be this practice for today. Think about that one instance and try to actually think what this instance has taught you. Every challenge has a learning in it. Once you know that learning that you've got, express that gratitude towards this instance for actually teaching you, giving you this learning. From the bottom of your heart, expressing this gratitude. I know it might not come naturally sometimes, but thanking this instance for actually coming into your life, taking that learning with you for today, and slowly start to rub your palms, allowing that good heat energy as you rub the palms to flow. Once you feel that heat energy, cupping your palms, place them on your eyes, your face, your chest, and your entire body. Folding forward slightly and coming back up as you look at your palms to blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I myself felt challenged through the practice, and even wherever you are with your practice, I'd encourage you to come back and actually do it again and again. You're going to get better at it, I promise, and I know it. So, I am going to see you in part 4. Until then, I hope you move with love. Bye bye.